There we go. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Amateur Hour Sports for today's Toronto Raptors watch party. We are here. We are back, finally. I'm here. I'm back and ready to go for a stream. It's been a couple games since I was live for one of these, unfortunately, but I'm back here today. We got the Toronto Raptors coming up today against, of course, the Brooklyn Nets. Raptors coming off of a pretty disappointing loss yesterday. Feeling like this is a really good opportunity for this team to grab a win. I think you should feel that way about this team as well. So hopefully, good day for us. Let's have some fun today and enjoy me hopefully being back. I'm certainly gonna try and enjoy it with you guys in the chat. Thank you so much for coming through, hanging out with me today. Thank you for remembering me. Past two streams, scheduled missed yesterday. Every day. Every December 20th, I'm not going to be able to stream no matter what year. So I unfortunately cannot stream on December 20th. A game ended on that this year, so couldn't stream it. Couple games ago against the Bucks, I unfortunately, it wasn't in my control. Unfortunately, there was a gas leak in my building. Had to evacuate. By the time I was let back in, it wasn't worth coming through to the stream. So missed a couple games in a row. Here today, should be here for Tuesday as well, and then I'll take the Boxing Day one off for holidays, of course. But hey, we're here today. Let's have a good one, and hopefully the Raptors can grab a win, even though it is second night of a back-to-back. Hopefully everyone's had a great weekend, and hopefully everyone is finished the weekend strong, and I certainly hope the stream can be a part of said weekend finishing strong. So let's have some good vibes. Thank you, everyone, for joining me. Sorry for the delay in starting. I tell you, it's always a tech issue. Sometimes my camera's not working. Sometimes my microphone not working. I came on, and my headset wasn't working this time. Like, I couldn't hear anything out of my headphones, and that's important. So I couldn't get that going. So, I don't know. It always feels like it's something. But anyways, we're here. We're ready. And I think the Raptors should win. What's going on to Winner One in the chat? Smart and Sharma in the chat. I've also got Adam joining us. Thank you guys for coming through nice and early on this one. We got NFL Sunday going right now, which I'm following along a little bit on the side. We got a lot of sports. A lot of good stuff. Raptors for this one, favored by just 3.5 points, actually. I'm trying to see the updated... I've been watching football. I'm trying to see the updated injury report here. So Pirtle is back, and yeah, that's it. Pirtle's back. We're still like 3.5 points. I mean, we've been bad. We've been bad. Have we been that bad? I know we're away from home. We're only 3.5 point favorites against Brooklyn. Are we that bad? I mean, are we that bad? Are they this good? Is this like... They've been winning a few more games here and there recently, I suppose. Lost by 9 to Miami. Beat Milwaukee by 45. Lost to Dallas. They beat Pelicans. Lost to the Jazz. They beat the Bulls. The Bulls suck, but they beat them. I guess they've been winning some more games lately, but... And we are second night of the back-to-back. Okay. So if we were at home, what would this be? Maybe at home this would be like 8.5. Second night of back-to-back, it's like 10. Okay, I guess it makes sense. I kind of want to bet it, but I'm not going to. But I don't know. 3.5. I feel like we should win this game. I guess that's where the Raptors are right now. Anyways, unfortunately. It's been a rough go of things to the Raptors. That game against the Celtics yesterday, I was really busy, so I didn't have a ton of eyes on it. But what I got out of what I did see, oh, good God. Really, really bad from Emmanuel Quickly again. And we're just getting... It's happening too often where Quickly is just, like, bad. It happened the game before as well. I think the bigger concern from this really bad Emmanuel Quickly performance was like he wasn't really trying. So there's games where you're not playing well but you're trying. Shots aren't falling. You're working hard. You're trying, and then there are games like the one Emmanuel quickly just had where you're playing like shit, and you're also kind of letting the effort affect you and what you're doing. So I wasn't pleased with that. The Raptors as a whole were pretty messy in the fourth quarter. They definitely didn't play a stellar Boston team there. But I think a lot of times when we play Boston, it is a case of like they are just so much, and they have a great coach. They are just so much better coached. Sorry, my dog's here, feeling sick, so I just want better. A lot of time we play Boston, it's a real humbling experience on the coaching levels that exist and the different levels of coaching that exist. I mean, even if you are a big Darko fan, I don't think there are many, but even if you are a big Darko fan, you have to acknowledge that when he's up against Joe Mazzulla, he tends to lose that coaching battle, as many do in the NBA. In fairness, he's an NBA champ. But Pearl's back today. Hopefully more stability. It's just crazy that Pearl can just wake up, his back hurts, and he can't play. Like, it's just crazy that any given night, Pearl just may not be able to go. And who knows how close he is to 100% or even 80%, like how good he's feeling today. No idea. I guess he doesn't play back-to-backs anyways, but schedule, there's a tough schedule on the horizon. This is just one you've got to find a way to win. So no matter what the circumstances are, this is just one the Raptors got to find a way to win. Please. Oh man. Low-key better on the road. What's our record on the road? Raptors are 9-5 away from home this season. That makes them 8-7 at home. So, I mean, record-wise, it's better. I don't know. In a larger sample, I'm sure it would showcase that, yes, we are, in fact, better when we're at home. But it is a little strange that is the case, I suppose. From a typical home court merchant in the Raptors, I think it's fair to say. Enjoying my smoothie snack for the day. Late smoothie snack. I'm having a late dinner because I'm doing this. I guess it's 6. I could have eaten dinner before, but I prolonged the meal times today, or I postponed them a little later. Got a good workout in this morning. Was in the gym from like 8 to 10. Late breakfast in that case. Late lunch, late snack, late dinner because I'm streaming. All good. All planned out. Trying to be diligent as we get towards the holiday season where I will be anything but diligent with my nutrition. And I'll be a little diligent with exercising, but not gonna, enjoy the holidays, enjoy the time with family and friends and such. Other comments about Emmanuel quickly and his contract. Yeah, it's getting tough to find any real way to defend him at this point. Like, it's bad. The only, I guess, rather, one of the only ways you can really defend the contract of Emmanuel quickly is just that it's such a long contract that he's got so much time to figure it out. But he underperformed the contract last season. He's underperforming the contract this season. Not exactly instilling confidence that he's also going to start performing to those levels or even above it going forward. 3 more years after this one. Not inspiring confidence, is he? That's just the reality. He's got to play better. Flat out, he's got to play better. I don't know how you guys feel from like a coaching perspective. How willing would you be as a coach to call somebody out in like a post-game press conference? Darko tends to not at all. His top guys he tends to not. I think there's been some, I can't remember specific examples, but I seem to remember some cases where he's called out some more role players. I can't recall a top guy on the team getting called out so by Darko or anything like a Barnes or Quickly or a Barrett. Anyways, what I'm trying to say is Darko was very quick to defend Quickly in the post-game press conference, say, the shots just weren't falling this game. They'll fall the next game. Not so sure because they weren't falling the game before last either. I'm a little concerned, He's got to start showing up a little bit. Or a lot of it. I mean, he's getting paid $32.5 million. You just need more out of a guy who's making that money. Honestly, a guy making like $20 million, you would expect maybe even a bit more for what he's doing right now. He's just not performing to the levels he should be performing to at all. What's everyone been up to this weekend? Yesterday, I made good brunch for me and my fiance. We celebrated our 6 years yesterday, hence why I didn't stream. Went to a nice Greek restaurant for dinner. Got a banging meal. Today, good pump at the gym. Not a good pump. So I'm doing physio exercises. So I did work hard, exercise the legs, working on the knee rehab, trying to get myself all sorted, and watch some football. And here I am now. Upcoming week, I have an extraordinarily busy Monday, an extraordinarily busy Tuesday, and then I'm off for the rest of the week. So, a little bit of a trade-off, but next 2 days are going to suck, but it'll be worth it to have the bliss of doing nothing. So I'm getting my other monitor, my other laptop. I have 2 laptops. This old junky MacBook from way back when that I just used for some sports on the side. What was I saying? Yes, the bliss of Wednesday, Thursday, Friday off. Wondering what your holiday season scheduling is. Anybody got some time off? I hope you do. Imagine, these days, do people still have to work on Christmas Eve these days? I guess it depends on your industry, but remember when I was a kid, we'd always go to my grandfather's on Christmas Eve on my dad's side. We always had to pick up my dad from work. He always got a half day on Christmas Eve. So we had to go pick him up on the way. Could you imagine? I feel like these days, could you imagine making someone work a half day on Christmas? Just are you that fucking greedy of a boss? Just give him the day. Fucking half day on Christmas Eve. I feel like in many ways we have advanced as a society in terms of work ethic standards. Not ethics of work, but work ethic. How hard you work, the standards of that. Maybe a little bit more lenient towards, okay, Christmas Eve, you can chill, right? But in certain aspects, we've gone in the other direction where now there's more expectation to work longer hours. The standard 9 to 5 is kind of going away a little bit more, which in some ways is good, some ways it's bad. Where it's the expectation is sometimes you'll work till 6 to finish up something late. I certainly do not have your typical 9 to 5 gig. For the most part, I am non-envious of the 9 to 5 worker. I do kind of because I'm there's always conversations going on with work. I'm always you see me on stream, I'm always getting interrupted on stream. Sometimes there's a work message that I have to reply to or something. I am slightly envious of the people who just get 5 p.m. They just get to completely shut down, shut off. I do not work in an environment like that. It has its pros and cons, but sometimes I am envious of the completely switch off from work mindset that can exist for people in the traditional 9 to 5 sense. But Christmas Eve, I hope you have off, and then Christmas and Boxing Day are holidays. So pretty nice that it goes into the weekend. You get 5 full days off. Next week, same thing. New Year's Day is on a Thursday. I have a little bit of work on the Friday. I actually have a tiny bit of work on the Thursday on New Year's Day. But I actually work on New Year's. New Year's Eve, I guess, supposed to work. New Year's Day, I have a tiny bit from home. Friday, I have a little bit, a few hours at home. Lots of days off the next couple weeks. I am relishing this time period where I can just hang out a little bit. Honestly, at least you guys have Boxing Day. I live in the U.S. right now. We don't even have Boxing Day here. Is that for real? There's no Boxing Day in the U.S.? No way. Is Boxing Day like a Commonwealth sort of thing? Wow. That's fucked up. That's just a regular ass work day. That's crazy. In the US, you're just expected to work the day after Christmas? That's insane. Like Christmas is probably the largest holiday in terms of like scale in the US. For the amount of people that go out of their way to may have like big plans to celebrate. And then you're just right back on the grind the day after. That is extraordinarily fucked up. Wow. So I guess it's a Commonwealth thing. So I always assumed it was always normal to me. So it's tough to perceive how others would operate differently, not recognized by the US. I mean, you're a real dick of a boss if you don't give people the Friday off after Christmas. I'm sorry. You're an absolute fucking dick. You know what? Give people that day, like work Christmas Eve, like work till like maybe like a 3 p.m., maybe even 5 p.m., but give them the Friday off. I think that's fair. Trump signed an executive order to make December 26th and 24th off. Wow. Federal holiday. All right. Trump advocating for some days off work. There you go. All right. Well, that's good. If it's this year, you get them all off. That's good. I do think that's good. Tuesday, I'm working like to ensure I don't have work on the 24th. Tuesday, I'm working like 8 a.m. to not 8 a.m. I'll probably go to the gym. 9 a.m. to fucking 2 a.m. It is an all day affair, including the Raptors game, which I'm going to be streaming for. I'm producing a live show at 5. I'm producing a pre-recorded show at 6:30. I'm doing a Raptors stream at 7:30. After the Raptors stream at 7:30, at about 10:30, I'm going to be editing the pre-recorded show that I'm producing that was at 6:30 and finishing some uploads for the 5 p.m. show. So it's just going to be an extremely insane day for myself. What are we saying in the chat? Danny the Electrician says, I work in construction. You can't have a name Danny the Electrician and be a construction worker. I'm sorry. You better be an electrician in some form of your construction job. So if I'm not on the job, that I completely detach. Yeah. I am slightly envious of that ability. Again, there's pros and cons to it. But like sometimes I just wish I could just completely switch off from my job. Once like 5 p.m. hits, I'm gone. I don't think about this till 9. I worked construction for a couple of summers. Good money. And good skill set learned. Mostly, there were some days I had to stay a little bit past. I worked for like a private contractor. I was like one of the only employees. So some days I'd stay a little bit past 5, I guess, to like finish up some tasks or something. But I guess if you're on like a big construction site, you're able to just completely shut down at 5 p.m. But that was nice, just be able to go home and chill. Although, like, I would despise when my boss would text me about like stuff going on at home. I don't want to think about you. My boss is awful at the time. Anthony Davis trade makes more sense day by day. Peyton Pritchard last game abused Sandro on switches. Yeah, they had no answer. I mean, even if you go back to the previous Celtics game, Pirtle got abused on switches the entire game. Mama played pretty well in that game, but Celtics have the answer for the Raptors right now. That Boxing Day stuff's crazy. Just the thought of having to go back to normal the day after Christmas is ridiculous. Ridiculous. Who's Rookie of the Year? Cooper Flagg's getting better. I mean, Colin Knippel's got to be in the mix as well. He's been great. I don't know what the updated betting lines are on that, but he's got to be in the mix as well. I mentioned Drew Holiday beginning to seem looking more attractive day by day. Not wrong. Yeah, I'm kind of with you. Quickly is probably providing close to as many problems as solutions, to be honest. I'm in an intense fantasy semifinal right now. It is not looking particularly great right now. What are your thoughts on Quickly? Trade him, or does he have negative trade value? Yeah, it'd be tough to trade him. I think the only way Quickly is in a trade right now is if like you're just for salary match. I don't think anyone views Quickly as like a player asset. He's just viewed as salary matching, I think, at the moment. So not really much trade value there. I like the Raptors like upgrading on Quickly. They'd have to like give away a bunch of picks. Like nobody's, I think, coming shopping for Quickly, unfortunately. In Montreal, 2-week vacation to holidays. We went to That's nice. Enjoy that. Enjoy that. Electrician from 6 to 2. Wow, you're a grinder. Props to you. Construction and electrician. That is tough. That's some tough gigs. Props to you, big time. All right, let's dig into it. Raptors game has begun. I'll fire up the scoreboard in just a second here. Okay, here we go. Scoreboard is up and active. You want to follow along exactly with me. You can sync your game clock up with this clock here, or sync this clock up with your game clock, and we'll be watching the exact same sequences of the game together. Here we go, everybody. Pirtle's back for this one, which is great. I mean, it should be great. It should be great. Otherwise, we got all the other starters, minus Barrett, who's still out injured, and Ochai once again gets a start in that position. I'm still holding out hope Barrett is back for Tuesday. It's looking less likely that is the case, as the Brooklyn Nets start off the game with a 3. Take the lead. Barnes, pass turned over. Turnovers are a problem for the Raptors last night and have been a consistent first quarter problem this season. Another example of it there. Yegor Dioman for 3. Side rim, and Ingram has it. Raptors looking for their first score here. Quickly, up fake, driving. Dishes off to Pirtle in the dunker spot. Goes under the rim for the reverse and finishes for Toronto's first points. 3-2. For the Brooklyn Nets. Quickly for LaMelo and picks. I think you have that one the wrong way around, pal. It's gonna if you go for LaMelo, it's gonna be Quickly and picks. Probably Quickly and Barrett, in fact, with picks. The Raptors have gotten to a little bit of a vicious cycle of give big contracts, trade away to get off the contracts. The players you get there, as Ingram knocks down a 3. Here we go. The players you trade away to get those contracts. All right, the players you trade for to get off that big contract, you then give big contracts to, so that you have to trade them away to get off their contracts. And the players you get for them, you give them big contracts, then you got to trade them away because they're on big contracts. It's just a cycle. You know what I mean? OG, big contract, can't afford it. Trade him for RJ and Quickly. Give Quickly a big contract. Now, conversation of Quickly's on too big of a contract, so you got to trade off him. Then you'll get a player there and probably give him too big of a contract. You know, it's just, that's crazy. It'd be funny if RJ ends up walking like Fred. I think it's highly possible. It's definitely possible for a guy that doesn't really have a lot of value in the trade markets, but brings a decent amount of value on court for the Raptors. I don't really see them having desire to pay him. Raptors stealth tank in progress. I didn't check where they were after the Celtics game. Last I checked, this was the 3 seed, though. The 5 seed, 17 and 12, they're not tanking. Yeah, the Raptors are not tanking, Giovanni. Stealth, no. They're certainly trying to win games. But again, if you think they're trying to tank, it must be a really good indication of how bad things are being run, because they are definitely not trying to tank. Anyway, 7-7 in this one. Michael Porter Jr. step back 3 off the mark, and Barnes has the rebound. Driving out the other way. Gets off to Pirtle. Handoff to Abaji. Back up top to Barnes. Inside for Pirtle. Bit of a mismatch and foul by MPJ. Side out of bounds for the Raptors. Raptors not beating playoff teams next 2 months to so it's a rough part of the schedule. Maybe at the end of that we can talk about, where the situation lies for the team, but not there quite yet. What was I going to say? The Raptors have yet to beat a top 10 offense in the NBA season. Nice lob up to Abaji, who throws it down. I like that. Raptors have not beaten a top 10 offense in the NBA yet this season. That is an alarming statistic, I must say. Quickly can't quite corral the rebound there. It's out of bounds. But you don't get a center in the summer, which they haven't done for a number of summers now, and sign Temple for no cap space, which they've done a couple summers in a row now. Leaving 15th roster spot open. I mean, you're acting as if the 15th roster spot, which we cannot really afford to pay anybody there, you're acting like they're going to sign a player that's going to be some revelation that changes the trajectory of the roster. Like you're finding like an end of bench piece. If anything, like the 15th guy was AJ Lawson, who's on a 2-way deal now, but that's not a guy that's really making a big impact to your team. Or rather, that's not a guy that's getting and making any impact to your team. So I'm really looking at my photo a lot. I'm in an intense matchup for fantasy that I have a side bet on that I'm just sweating right now. Barnes turnaround J is good. Raptors 11-9. .709 to go in the first. Raps on the ball. Mamoukelashvili getting ready to come into the game. Barnes open for 3. Maybe 2 open. Kind of hesitated there. Doesn't fall. Brooklyn coming in there with man. Throwing it up top to Claxton. What a pass. And it finishes the alley-oop. Raptors want a timeout to talk over what's going on here. 11-11. Early stages of this one here. Is IQ plus Najee 2-for-1 worth it? Oh, Abaji. IQ plus Abaji. Okay. IQ plus Abaji 2-for-1 worth it for MPJ. What? Wait, not. What are we talking? MPJ. I don't have no idea what you're talking about. Najee. I'm not understanding your question. It's no secret how to beat the Raptors. Attack the rim with big players, grab all the rebounds, pack the paint on defense, Raptors lose. That is a formula many teams employ. Oh, a fantasy trade. Okay. IQ plus Najee for MPJ. Can't see IQ being that great of an asset. Najee Marshall can't be pulling up like many trees. It seems like without like researching a bit deeper and knowing the style of league you have, that seems like pretty good. Like I'd rather have MPJ. Like but with the Raptors' struggles of late, like I continue to say, it is concerning that like Ingram every night is really good, Barnes most nights is really good, and their offense still sucks. It is definitely a concern that they're struggling to score while also getting Ingram playing like this, because he's been excellent. And imagine if he wasn't here, how bad it would be. That trade has certainly worked out for the Raptors as of now. How was dinner? I haven't had dinner yet. Gonna eat after this. Probably a chicken burrito. Got no sauces, though. I'll have to manufacture some sort of sauce for it. Actually, maybe I'll do, like, buffalo chicken. I got some buffalo sauce instead of, like, Mexican style. I have some guac I gotta use. I got buffalo wing sauce. I'll throw on some chicken. I got pickled onions that I made. Pickles. Some mayo. The guac. Actually, no mayo if I'm doing guac. Yeah, no, that should do it. That should do it. Chicken burrito. Buffalo chicken burrito. With guac. That's my dinner tonight. Back from commercial break here. We have, I'm sure Mama will be in the game at this point. We've got Emmanuel Quickly on the ball for the Raptors. On the floor now, Abaji, Ingram, Colin Murray-Boyles, and Mamu. So earlier in the season, they did a lot of CMB Mamu minutes, kind of like a double undersized big on defense. We'll see what they kind of do in this one here. As Mamu misses in tight, wanted the foul, doesn't get it. Kind of tough one to finish there. Man in the paint, blowing a tire, and then pass is stolen by Abaji. Gathered by Quickly. Other side, here come the Raptors. Raptors have 0.9 points per possession against zone defense this season with 2015 NBA. That's bad, eh? Mamu for three. That's how you break down some zones if you can hit some threes. Knocks it down from the corner. Nice quick release. What a signing by the Raptors, as I said in the Friday edition of the Raptors Happy Hour. Not that that's some revelation of a take. Oh, fuck. Did Ingram hurt himself? Oh, Jesus. He's walking. Oh, wow. Okay, so Ingram kind of limped off. He's walking now. Looks okay. May have rolled his ankle a little bit. Oh, wow. Ingram, I mean, I just told you what it would look like without Ingram. It's really bad with him playing well. Imagine you take Ingram out of this offense. This is, oh, man, this is going to go down. This go down bad. Same ankle they roll last game. I didn't see him roll his ankle last game, actually. So it looked like his right ankle kind of turned there. I think I should get a bottle of red. If Ingram's hurt, you might need the whole bottle. I ain't going to lie. 647 Diecast has subscribed. Welcome to the Amateur Army. Thank you for the sub. We're 38 subs away from 19K. And wouldn't that be sweet to hit before the new year? We got just over a week to do it. Help out your boy if you're new to the channel. Get subscribed. If you're enjoying so far, hit that like button. But shout out 2 of our members coming through. Look at that. And I forgot it's now 3-year member. Unbelievable. 3-year. The first person, I think, to be able to showcase the 3-year badge. I made that like 3 years ago. And now it's finally come to light. The purple 3-year badge. We got S. Cuzzles 69 as well with the 2-year badge. Thank you so much. And that is why the 3-year badge there. 905 Yada coming through. 36 months. Thank you so much again, 905 Yada, for the years of support. Wow, that's tremendous. Thank you so much again. I appreciate that a lot. We had a lot of good memories over the year, and long may it continue. And the support like that helps it continue. Thank you. Seriously. 3 years. That's crazy. Think about where you were 3 years ago. I moved, I think, in the last 3 years. I even moved 3 times. I've moved. I think I lived at my parents' house when you first became a member. Yeah, that's crazy. I was at my parents' house still. Since then, this is my 3rd apartment. Life is crazy. Used to record the giant Raptors Band. Yes, I think I still have that somewhere, but we've come a long way. Single and 1 dog. Married with 4 in 3 years. Wow. Life comes at you fast. That's crazy. 4 years. Awesome stuff. 3 years, sir. Awesome stuff. Oh, I'm getting cooked in my face, so it might be over. Might be cooked. The setup now is probably not my best I've had, but it's all right. I need an allergy pill. It's been a lot easier to construct the background now, not doing like videos on their own. All the videos in the channel are now just direct clips from live streams that I do, so I just prioritize this up. It's actually giving me a lot more space for stuff, so my desk is a much more useful spot now. Danny Wolf coming in for the Nets. Starting to get some more minutes now in the NBA. Can I check how long you were sub for? I don't think I'm able to check, actually, unfortunately. Smart and Sharma. I watch Raptors voting on their name lately with a bottle of red wine now. I hear ya. But wow, I wasn't even born when they picked their name. So that's a long time. A lot longer than me for sure. Barnes outside from Mamu. Driving, finding Barnes again. Maybe he has some room in the paint. Might be 3 in the key. And he turns it over, trying to make a play. Tough. Down by 2. And Sharp fumbles the pass, and Barnes intercepts it. Trying to make good on this play. Kicks out to Jamal Shed for 3. Got a good look. Way off the mark, though. Wolf cannot handle the rebound, but he is fouled. I am not sure if that was a foul. Look, he just dropped it. Walter wants them to challenge. Jacoby. I told you once. Oh, wow, they are challenging for Jacoby. Okay. All right. I was not expecting that. Jacoby, I was going to say, I'm going to keep it real with you. They are not going to challenge a call for you, but they did. And Jacoby, you better be fucking right about this, or they're never going to listen to you again, dude. You better get this one right. Jacoby adamant that he did not foul Wolf there. We'll see. My college roommate name right now is Jacoby. It's a pretty good name. It's probably one too many letters to be an elite name or anything, but it's a pretty good name. You gotta spell it the Jordan Kobe way, though. Jakobe. I'm pretty sure that's why he's named Jacoby. It's a combination of Jordan and Kobe. I'm going to name my kid LeJordan. Okay, I'm not going to name him after Jordan. I'll just name him LeBron. What would be LeBron backwards? Norbell? Is that a unique name? Norbell is like the type of like unique name somebody gives, like tells their wife. Like, oh, I thought of this amazing unique name. Norbell. Oh, I love that. Then like you tell them 2 years later that it's LeBron backwards. And they get mad. Maybe that's what I'll do. For a little joke. It's not the worst sounding name in the world. I don't think, at least. I don't know what all. Man, we lose this game. Fan base might explode if we lose this one. Fan base will be in shambles if this doesn't go well. All right, Jacoby, you got us a successful challenge. And it is the correct call. He got all ball. I don't know how the refs call that a foul. So correct call. And Raptors win the challenge. Jacoby, you've earned yourself. Maybe next time we will listen to you and challenge for you. Oh, RJ Barrett's on court doing work pre-game here. Hopefully, strong sign for him to return on Tuesday. All right. Here we go. Jamal Shed to inbound for the Raptors. And it goes right to a Brooklyn Nets player. Awesome inbound play. Porter, other side, lays it in. Brooklyn by 4. That's what you'd love to see. Coming out of a timeout, drop an inbound play, and you turn it over on the pass. Always good. 7-0 run by Brooklyn. Brandon Ingram, to my knowledge, still in the locker room as Raptors turn it over again. Offensive foul. Let's pray heavily that Ingram can come back here. Wolf. Brooklyn working around the perimeter here. Layup there's good. Brooklyn by 6, 20-14. Who is that? Mamu doesn't go. Rebound Martin. Oh, it's Traore. Okay. Man, they're dipping into some bench guys here. Day'Ron Sharp under the rim, finishing over top of Scotty. Timeout, surely. 11-0 run against Brooklyn. I'd probably call a timeout. I mean, I guess the Raptors already used 2 timeouts, so I can't really use a third in the first quarter. Do you think the Raptors can finish top 6 in the East? Can and will are different questions. Can they? Absolutely. Why not? Will they? Looking less likely by the day, to be honest. Zaire Williams on it for the Nets. I don't know. Props to Zaire. I don't know how he's still in the NBA, so props to him for still being here. 11-0 run by Brooklyn. Another foul by the Raptors, who are down by 8. Wow, Walter was minus 29 against Celtics. Good Lord. Goodness me. Yeah, I heard him say tremendous news about Ingram as well. I don't know what he was referring to. Grady Dick to the rim. He's blocked. Go up stronger than that, man. Come on. Fucking underhand lobbing it up. He's all over that. Traore. Outside to Zaire Williams for 3. Doesn't go. Rebound kicked around. Grady Dick with the hustle play. Nice job. Diving out on the floor. Passes off to Shed. Underneath the rim, another turnover by the Raptors, but then Wolf gives it right back. Walter layup, and the Raptors catch a much-needed break here, 22-18. The news is that Ingram got his ankle taped and is coming back in the game. All right. That is tremendous news. Agreed. Traore out to Wolf for looks like a long 2. Way off. Doesn't matter what it is if it's that far off. Other way for the Raptors. Looking to build some momentum here. Shed, Grady, Barnes, Walter, Pirtle. Shot clock, game clock separated by 6. 8 on that shot clock. And it's another turnover by the Raptors. Pirtle throws it into some Brooklyn Nets hands. Traore, 5 seconds. In the corner, Martin down low, and Pirtle's lost. What the fuck is Pirtle doing on that play? 1 second for Shed to heave. And it is off the mark. It had a chance there, looked like, for a second. But that is the end of the first quarter. Pretty sloppy from the Raptors, to be honest. Second night of back-to-back. They got a lot of work to do in this game. They're shooting under 40% from the field at 39. They have turned the ball over 7 times. We got to be better. We got to be better than this for sure. All right. Well, we got a little bit of a break here. Did I make the fantasy playoffs? I did. I'm in the semis of one of my leagues, and I lost in the quarters of another league. But this is a major money league, and I am struggling. Guys, Bijan's absolutely cooking tonight. I benched Stafford for fucking Bo Nix, so I thought it was going to be a weather game. Stafford put up 30, and Bo Nix is not doing well. It's I may have cost myself with that decision. Anyways, let's do the door shot. Haven't done it in a little bit because I've missed some games. Unfortunately, I've missed quite a few games this season. We're going to be well off the pace of what I wanted to do this season. But let's see if we can knock down one of them here. 6 of 20 on the year. I'm definitely satisfied with that. Let's see what we can do now. Oh, Olave is going to mess up a lot of leagues for sure. He's benched in my league by the guy who has him. All right, let's do this. There's a napkin here. Ooh. God damn it. A miss. This will go. Nope. One more. Not to be today. A little too much on that one. Didn't have the soft touch I needed to make that one go. So we fall to 6 of 21 on the season. Shame. 6 of 21. All right. Still in the green in my eyes, but rough one there. Not my best attempt. I've had worse, though. Not my worst. Far from my worst. Pickleball Pat joining us. Thank you, Pat. What's up? Pearl's absolute pile in that last play. Yeah, he looked just lost and confused. It was very ugly look there. -9 without Pirtle. So Pirtle's zero, neutral today. This season, though, the plus minuses are a little bit concerning. They're better with Pirtle off the floor. At this point, does Pirtle have any trade value? On that contract, I can't see it being super desirable around the league. Ingram to Quickly for 3. Got it. Big shot, and hopefully a very big confidence boost for a guy who needs it in Emmanuel Quickly there. 24-21 for Brooklyn after the 3 by IQ. Traore stripped, is he? Tied up by Grady Dick, forcing a jump ball. Excellent defense by Grady Dick on that possession. Love to see that. And a clean make there for Emmanuel Quickly, might I add. Jump ball between Grady and Traore. Not really sure what to expect here. Grady's got a height advantage, though. I think. Looks like it. Definitely has a height advantage. Win this jump for us, son. Jump ball won by Grady. Gathered by Walter, and we are off and away. IQ on the floor with Walter, Murray, Boyles, Dick, and Ingram. A little bit of a smaller lineup here for the Raptors. I think I've seen less, as Murray Boyles lays it in, I think I've seen less of these 4+1 lineups today. I feel like they're trying to focus a little bit more on keeping 2 starters out there, as they have here. We'll see if that continues for the rest of the game. Raptors force another miss. Walter for 3 in transition. And the Raptors have regained the advantage, 26-24, with a quick 8-0 run. Oh, I got to catch that. Wolf underneath to Sharp. Misses. Sorry. Missed on defense, but he makes it there. 26-26. The Denver Broncos just kicked a field goal down 17 from the 5. You got to go for that, man. You got to go for that. Grady to Ingram. Shot clock at 4. He's got to do some work from the corner. 3 players converge. Doesn't matter. Ingram, turnaround Jay from the baseline. He's got that. No problem.
Yep.
Not a problem at all. 28-26. Traore to Sharp under the rim. Layup no good and travel call. Good defense by Murray Boyles. He's outsized there, but still doing well. Why did Denver kick that? I mean, what's full? Why did Denver kick that? They're down by 17. You got to score some touchdowns, man. I know at some point you'll need a third score, but like, that seems dumb. Quickly to the rim and fouled. Raptors up 28-26, and quickly, it looks by his reaction, looks like he's not heading to the line. We'll see if he does. Really, you've been spelling Pirtle all wrong for years. Well, I'm sure people knew who you meant. Did they not call that a shooting foul? Sayab, what is that call, man? All right, and then offensive foul against Ingram. Turned over. If they get nothing from that drive, the game is over. It might still be over. And if you don't get it, you still know what you need. Oh, man, it's not looking good. It's not looking good on the fantasy front. Gonna need something special from Bo Nix in the fourth quarter to save this season. CMB saves it. Speaking of saved it. Gets to Ingram. Ingram battling to keep it, but another turnover by the Raptors. Underneath for Williams. Now finds Traore, who turns it over. Raptors get it right back. Sloppy game of basketball here. All right. Denver down 17 on the 5, I think. 4th and goal. Kick a field goal. They need 3 scores, sure. But you need touchdowns, too. And you're in a really good spot to get a touchdown on one play as 3 ball drops in the corner. The Raptors with BI there. There's BI. Teams need to worry less about playing safe, game is over, you don't get this, and worry about increasing your win percentage. Do you want to increase the chances of the game not being over, or do you want to increase your chances of winning the game? I would wager heavily that Denver's win percentage increases by going for the 4th down there. Anyways, not important to this content. They run Sharp under the rim. Walter comes through, nearly gets a steal, but it falls right to Martin, who lays it in. Ties this one up at 31. Raptors in a battle here. Both teams kind of trudging through the mud on this one, but it's led to this tie game with 7:58 to go in the second. What else is going on? Texans only up by 2 on the Raiders. That would be a bit of a shock loss. Steelers up 15-10. Oh, my fantasy. It's looking bad. I think it's over. Bo Nix is all. It's going to come down to Bo Nix or Michael Carter breaking off a big run or another Brenton Strange touchdown. Need something special here. Come on, Denver. Do something for me. Oof. Grady is such a liability. His shooting has been less consistent this year than other years. It's been pretty poor this year. He's got to start doing something to help us out, I think, a little bit more. It's been a struggle for sure. And if Grady Dick's not shooting the ball well, you question what else he's doing out there because he's not a good defender. I mean, today actually hasn't been too bad so far defensively. He's made a couple good plays. Ingram looking good. Ankle doesn't seem to be bothering him. Even showed a lot of speed. To be honest, I forgot about the ankle injury. He looks like there's no problem at all. I just completely forgotten that he hurt his ankle. So yeah, that's a very good sign as far as the injury is concerned. If anybody is out here enjoying the stream so far, I know some of you are out here. Make sure you've hit the like button. It goes a long way to helping drive us up in YouTube algorithm. Supports the show. Hit the like button. And if you're new to the channel, get subscribed. Why not? I'll be live Monday for the Raptors Happy Hour. I'll be live Tuesday for Raptors against the Heat. And then I'm going to take the rest of the week off for the holidays. But it's the holidays. We'll come at you the week after and in the new year with tons of great content. If you like the Raptors, I'm sure you'll love the channel. Get yourself involved here. I guess I'll rest week off. The Raptors play the weekend. I'll be streaming the 28th, I think it is. I think Darko's terrible at drawing up plays to get guys open. It's usually just a high pick and roll or it's Ingram isolation. I do feel this way as well. Some of the schemes just don't seem present at times. A little too much Ingram isolation, especially in the clutch. The clutch is kind of like the biggest concern. We never get guys open. The clutch is really get Ingram the ball and pray. 500 Raptors tonight. Good luck. I had more than that on Anthony Joshua the other day. And that worked out. That was a no sweat, really. Anthony Joshua. I mean, some moments in sports when you can bet on sports, man. It's remarkable how many people thought Jake Paul had a chance in a fight against Anthony Joshua. Anthony freaking Joshua, man. Former world heavyweight champion getting ready to fight Tyson Fury. As if the only concern I had was if there was some sort of behind the scenes handshake or some minor form of rigging. That was my only concern, but there was no reality where Jake Paul would just straight up win that fight. But it was a professional fight on the record, so there was not a lot of doubt about the legitimacy of the fight. Anthony Joshua kind of chilled while Jake Paul ran a marathon around the outside of the ring and did a full Ironman with the amount of times he fell over and had to get up because he kept on diving. How many takedown attempts did Jake Paul have in a boxing match? Might have been a world record. Must have been 7 or 8 takedown attempts. And then once he got tired, Jake Paul, who had his hands down the entire fight and not up, he lost his reaction time, and he quite a few. He was just he was literally blocking this, hugging his body, and AJ kind of cranked him in the head a couple times. Pirtle out, won't return. Excuse me? Jakob Pirtle won't return. All right, so Jakob Pirtle's out. Awesome. Our expensive starting center can just wake up and his back hurts and not play, or he can play a game and then after a quarter and a half go, actually, my back hurts, and it's over for him. Wow. That is it is becoming concerning. But yeah, anyways, on AJ, Jake Paul. For the first 4 rounds, every time Joshua kind of got ready to swing, Jake Paul kept ducking every punch, which, like, good on him. He was dodging every punch, but he kept on ducking every punch pretty, like, aggressively. And I was watching with my fiance, who's a trained martial artist. We were both saying, like, at some point he's got to feint and then come in with an uppercut. And then finally in round 5, he gave him a couple where he came up with the left. Jake Paul ducked, and one he really fucking came up and walloped him. But it took him, yeah. AJ, it was a great fight by AJ. Everyone was kind of saying like, "Oh, this should be over in 2 rounds." I don't think Anthony Joshua really cared. He just managed the fight well, waited till Paul got tired, and then pieced him up and barely a scratch. Got like one nasty right from Jake Paul, but nothing that's going to do any damage to Joshua, who's taking punches from some of the best. So there was no rush for Joshua. He took care of business and won the fight. You know? Anyways, on Pirtle. It's there's more motivation to get like a top tier center when Pirtle's in and out like this. Like, is it worth taking a risk on a center? But like, is it worth selling out a bunch of assets for that center? I don't know. This is tough, man. I never would have thought Jake Paul would get knocked out. I mean, I certainly did. Just wasn't sure it'd be as quick as that. In hindsight, not betting the over on rounds was a mistake, but I did have a lot of money on Joshua, so I'm happy with the result in the end. I had a bit of money on actually to go to decision in case Joshua kind of took it easy, but nowhere near as much as I had on Joshua straight up to win. That worked out. Got to give Jake Paul credit. He lasted 6 rounds. Yeah, I'll give him credit for that. He was completely outmatched in the fight. Oh, Bo Nix just threw a pick. That's not good. That's really not good. Yeah, he lasted 6 rounds. Kind of like pissed me off that he talked all this shit leading up to the fight, and then the entire fight he was running around in circles. Every time Joshua came near him, he fell down and like grabbed his ankles pretty much. But like, yeah, he's fighting Anthony Joshua. He's way smaller, and that's the kind of fight he had to have like any chance of lasting at all. But like to talk all that shit and then to like do nothing. I don't know. It was entertaining, you know, as much as people give these events shit. It was entertaining. I enjoyed the fight. I think it's great you can bet on him because these are like very large opportunities, and I enjoyed it. And I see Jake Paul get a couple fucking dirty right hooks to the face. 31-31, this low-scoring affair. Wolf driving, sidestepping Murray Boyles, but he stood his ground and played good defense. Barnes other way, 3-on-2, forced to slow it down. Finds Abaji open for 3 and open for business. Drills it, put the Raptors up by 3 halfway through the second quarter. It's unfortunate we can't throw the faults on Pirtle regarding back. I'm not blaming him, but it's just a reality. It's frustrating that he can't get healthy. And he just got a big payday, and this is like, we haven't even started the new contract yet. We're still on the first contract. But they were quick to commit the money. And he can't stay on the floor. Ingram, down low to SCMB, nearly got it to fall. Tough miss. Pretty unlucky there, to be honest. Raptors in purgatory next few years. If quickly doesn't step up, and Pirtle doesn't like get a new back, we do have some troubles in that sense, because like you can't keep having this unreliability at center. Quickly like playing well under his contract value, like that sort of stuff happening. It's a problem. And with the amount of money committed there, you need those guys to be better and more reliable. I mean, coming to the season, this would project to be a play-in team. They're exceeding that right now. There's a lot more time to see if it stabilizes back to that sort of expectation, or they can continue to push on. The schedule upcoming doesn't instill a ton of confidence, quite honestly, but it's tough to see where like the ascent towards contention kind of comes from in this unit without a trade happening. Like I don't see the unit as is. I can't see ever being a team that fights for a championship. But they have all that. I mean, the thing is, they just want to be competitive. They want to make the playoffs. They have all of their trade assets in terms of picks. They have some tradable like salaries to match, like somewhat tradable salaries to match. They want to improve steadily and then be able to make that big sort of trade. I think that's what they've continued to do in this core. Oh, Ingram with a big block in the mid range. They want to push on, start to win a little bit, make the playoffs, and then they want to see what they need to do as far as a big trade is. That's kind of been Masai Ujiri's MO typically, and feels like Bobby may try to go in the same sort of direction. Wow, BI racks up a fair like block or two a game, you know. That was great defense. Yeah, Ingram and Scotty are certainly good enough to be like contending pieces. It's just getting the right players around them is going to be the challenge. Like you see how poorly Milwaukee have constructed their team, even with a player like Giannis. It's not like an automatic bid to contention. Porter with it, driving at Mamu. And Mamu lost his footing. I don't know what happened there. Push off or something, but Brooklyn by 2. 36-34. There's less than 4 minutes to go in the second. This is low scoring, everyone. This is a low-scoring basketball game. CMB to Abaji. Now Barnes, corner 3. Rims away. I really dislike missing NFL Sunday to watch tragic basketball, and that's unfortunately what has happened tonight. This evening, rather. At least I'll be able to watch some prime time, but this is an unfortunate game right now. Ingram doing well, though, getting to the rim there and finishing. Good stuff. Yegor Dioman on it. Sends it to Clowney. Back to Dioman. 3:06 to go in the second. 8 on the shot clock. Dioman off a sharp screen. In mid-range. Got a look and finished. Maybe RJ really is that valuable team. Sure, maybe. But I think there's much larger issues than just RJ comes back, everything's going to be good. We'll see. But, like, I obviously RJ's had an impact on the offense and a significant one, it seems. But, like, if people are expecting once RJ's back, everything will be fine, I think you're mistaken. Like, even if the Raptors get a backup center and RJ comes back, there is still much to solve with the way the team is playing right now. That those two things will help, but won't fix enough, I don't think. But we'll see. I certainly hope it's just RJ's back, we start clicking again. But it doesn't. I don't think it's going to be as simple as that. My fantasy season is cooked. It will likely cost me benching Stafford for Bo Nix. That will sting for a long time. Quickly driving, up fake, kicking out to Ingram. Step back in mid-range, air ball. Oof. Mamu saved it, but can't find a teammate with it. Need a Bo Nix legacy drive right now to save the season. 3 ball for Brooklyn is good. And they lead this game 43-36. This is pretty ugly right now by the Raptors. I'm glad I checked the spread before. Because they're only 3.5-point favorites. I can obviously see the Raptors being able to come back from here, but they got a lot of work to do to make that happen. They're gonna have to grit and grind through this game because it is not coming easy. I mean, the Raptors may not even have over 40 points at halftime against Brooklyn. As MPJ hits a 3, it's an 8-point game for Brooklyn. Raptors 38. It's almost halftime. That shows you the state of the offense right now. I mean, I think in the third quarter yesterday, Pritchard had 19, which is half of what the Raptors have right now in the entire half. Ingram in the corner for 3. Front rim off the mark. Mamu doing a great job crashing the glass and drawing a foul. That could be big. Claxton's been out a while too. Like this is ugly, man. Mamu at the line. First free throw is off the mark. Need these points right now, man. Second free throw is good. 7-point game. Mamu to Barnes. Step back at the elbow is no good. Rebound by Sharp. Ronnie, there's a lot of problems for sure. As another 3 falls for Brooklyn. It is a 10-point game with the Dioman 3. Part of it has to fall on Darko. I agree. They're just a lot of clutch games where they can't get a good shot off. They're not running good plays. The defensive schematics, like struggling to get stops in so many games. Offense completely broken. There's certainly issues with the team. They go beyond just coaching, but I don't think coaching has been stellar in the recent stretch either. Like, you can definitely talk about, well, what could anyone do with this group? Like, this is the Raptors are better than Brooklyn, I'll tell you that. And they're down by 10 at half to them, and they haven't even reached 40 points. It is halftime. They do not even have 40 points yet. They are on pace for 78 points in this basketball game. That's not very good. That's not very good in like 2000, let alone 2025. Okay, so this is real fucking ugly. What are we shooting here? Raptors 41% right now. 12 turnovers. This is bad. This is ugly. All right, I'm going to go take a sec to breathe. I'm going to head to the bathroom. And when I come back, we'll look at the box score and the stats from the first half and get you ready for the second half and what has been pretty ugly game on both sides of the floor, but in particular on Toronto's side. Don't go anywhere, guys. I will be right back. All right. Well, yeah. 39 halftime points for the Toronto Raptors is certainly a number. That's not very good. We're in piss right now. We're in absolute piss right now. Down by 10 to Brooklyn is bad, but when you only have 39 points, jeez. Another one where Ingram's doing fine, especially considering he went out with an ankle injury and came back into the game. He's on 10 points, 4 of 8. It's all right. Rough one for Scotty Barnes tonight, 2 of 7, 4 points. Minus 14, not his best here, for sure. Mamu struggling with the size disadvantage on defense. He's minus 19 in the game. Murray Boyle is somehow plus 7. And Shed minus 17. So we've had, against the Bucks, it was like a crazy plus-minus game for Mamu and Shed. Now we're going in the opposite direction here. Just not getting enough out of the bench, to be honest, in a lot of ways. But, I mean, not great from the start. I mean, it seemed like there was a bad run when it was Mamu, Shed, and Barnes on the floor together. That's kind of what I'm kind of piecing together. Anyways, Barnes can be better. Definitely can get better out of Mamu and Shed. Quickly, he's got 5 points at the half after his abysmal performance yesterday. Like, I know Barnes isn't filling up the stat sheet here, but there's been a lot of good Barnes games. Quickly has not inspired confidence and is doing nothing to do that today as well. Like, this is a $32.5 million player. You just need to get more out of a guy like that. You need him to give you more in that situation. Brooklyn playing fine. Like, they're doing okay. They're 48 from the field, 39 from 3. Percentage-wise, they have forced more turnovers than they've committed. The Raptors shooting 41%. Like, 39 points at half is really something special. That is really something special to achieve. Less than 40 points in an NBA half in 2025. But this game is 66-62 at the half. This game had 300 points in it, which is crazy. This game go to overtime or something? Oh my god. No, that's crazy. There's 302 points that game. This is bad. It's ugly. It's felt like I feel like I'm barefoot in a big field of mud trying to run a mile. Just every step you take, you get stuck, and you have to like yank your foot out of it and yank the next foot out of it. You can't build any momentum. You're just stuck. That's what this one feels like right now. Sorry, I left the light on over here. One sec. That's what it feels like right now, and that's not where you want to be. It's not where you want to be at all. So this is certainly a bad look by the Raptors right now. And I keep bringing it up because it's true. Like, these are the games you want to win. I mean, you want to win them all, but these are the games you got to win because, like, you've got Miami next, which won't be easy. Washington after that, which should be easy, but, like, so should this game, and it's not. Then you've got Golden State, Orlando, Denver, Atlanta, Charlotte, who beat you twice already, Boston, Philly. That's like your upcoming run of games. That is a tremendously difficult stretch of basketball. Get the wins when they present themselves to you, and this should definitely be one of those situations for the Raptors against Brooklyn. So we could be in piss with this one here. This is bad. But whole half of basketball to get it sorted. Need bigger production from our top-tier guys, for sure. Needs more stability off of the bench and the supporting cast coming into the game, for sure. Just need to come up with a more coherent plan on offense as well. Like, it doesn't really feel like, there's games where just like nothing is falling for the Raptors. Wow, they're getting good looks, nothing. It does not feel like one of those games. I don't feel like this is just a vibes. This is just a this is just a vibe sort of thing. I'm just from watching. My vibe is like we're not getting good looks and just not taking them. Like we're not getting a lot of very good looks. And they've got Porter, who's got 17 points, playing extremely well. Their starters really dominating the minutes. Look at all the starters plus minus. The starters really dominating some minutes here. I don't know if we just had some bad matchups where we had like Shed and Bambu with them, but again, that's on like coaching. If there's a lineup issue there, which I haven't really noticed, but maybe statistically that's kind of what it's indicating. This is not a team that should be beating you like that. Come on. 39 points at half. Like, you should feel embarrassed in that locker room, I think. And yeah, Scotty's got to step up as well. 2 for 7, not going to cut it. The team is losing a lot going into the All-Star break. Saw the deadline just tank. We'll see what they do. They may feel inspired by this start to the season and try to be a bit of a buyer. We'll just kind of have to wait and see what becomes of that. But it's a possibility. But, as of right now, they could still win this game. They're currently 17-12. They could win this game. They could beat Miami again. They could beat the Wizards. They could win 3 in a row. All of a sudden, they're 20-12. Like, a lot can change very quickly. They've surprised us at points this season for sure. But it feels like more and more things are trending in the wrong direction for the Raptors, sadly. Wow. Bo Nix sucks, dude, doesn't he? How are Denver 12-2? Bo Nix is ass. Just a wide open receiver there. I already said to you guys, the Raptors are winless against top 10 opposition in the NBA. So, there is a lot to be said about beating the teams you're supposed to beat. The Raptors have done that pretty consistently this season. They've lost some bad games for sure, but for the most part, they're winning the winnable games. They haven't done a lot of winning the games you're not favored and the underdog sort of performances, which is concerning heading into a tough run of games where you're going to be underdog a lot. Did Ingram's ankle injury look bad? It didn't look that bad, and he hasn't looked like it's affected him all since he came back on the court. So, not something I'd be concerned about. And like I told you guys, our offense is bad with him playing well. Imagine if he's not playing well. Or sorry, imagine if he's not playing, rather. He's got to play. I mean, he's just got to be in there. Sorry, watching the last drive of this Denver-Jacksonville game. I need Bo Nix to rack up some fan points for your boy. Wow, Bo Nix really is bad. He is missing wide open guys. Wow, he got crushed. Who is that? That might be Cortland's son. That's a flag. Yeah, they threw a flag there. Sorry. I know you may not care about about football. Well, anyways, second half can't get worse than that. Surely. Let's hope for a little bit better. If the Raptors improve, they can win this game still, for sure. I think in the first game we played Brooklyn this year, we were down by 10 at one point. It was a lot earlier than this, but I think we were down at one point. So it's doable, but need a lot more out of some guys. Definitely a quickly. Barnes as well. Hopefully steps up. Bench. Need some more production. Need more out of this. Oh, wow. What a catch. Work to do, though, at the Barclays Center. They have been a very good third quarter team this season. They've been a good second half team this season. So they found a way to make adjustments. Hopefully, Dark can get them kind of fired up here with how badly they've played here. Again, let's hope they come up with something. Let's see what Darko's cooked up for this group as the second half is about to begin. Kia Nurse and Leo arguing about Scotty. What did they say? What were they arguing about? Joey's having best game all year. I don't know about that. What does he have? Like 5 points? He has 7. He's had like a couple of games kind of better than that, I think. Anyway, second half has begun. What happened? Raptors can't score, man. That's what happened. All right, second half has begun. Here we go. Raptors down 10. Still yet to hit the 40-point mark as the second half is going. What would they be arguing about? Not Raptors, man, the Chicago Bears are so much fun to watch. Oh, I think there's going to be a lot of teams looking forward to getting them in the playoffs. I think Chicago's been on the right side of a lot of luck this season. They've done a lot of the right things. I think they've been on the right side of a lot of luck this season. I think the same can be said for the Broncos. They may get found out playoffs. But hey, if you're a Chicago fan, enjoy it. I would love for my Giants to be a lucky team and get into the playoffs like this. As the 1 seed, potentially. Shout out the Bears. Shout out Ben Johnson. Madden made a good QB, too. Whew. All right, 50-39 for Brooklyn. They lead by 11 after 1 of 2 free throws fall. What can the Raptors muster up on offense? Ingram to Abaji. Driving. Stopping. Turning around. Little jumper is good. Needed that. Yegor Dioman bringing the ball forward. Finding Claxton in for MPJ, and it's out of bounds. He can't handle the pass. Raptors have it back. Let's build some momentum. Come on. Build some momentum here. Oh, fuck. My laptop's going to die. Sorry, like 20%? Maybe I have a bit of time. Leave for now. Barnes to inbound for the Raptors. Finds Mamu. Thought about the 3. Mamu starting second half as a result of the Jakob Poeltl injury. Or re-aggravation, or whatever you want to call it. Barnes, turnaround jumper. Tough shot. Doesn't fall. Barnes, 2 of 8 in this one. Struggling. He's on 4 points, I think. Yeah, I think he's on 4. MPJ to Clowney. Driving at Mamu. Pass out to MPJ. Step back. Long 2. Good defense. Abaji. Doesn't matter. MPJ knocks it down. Bonik slamming his helmet down. That can't be good. Can't be good. Ingram. Stepping back for 2. His mid-range shot doesn't fall. Brooklyn by 11. Raptors struggling to get the momentum going to start this half. Oh, they have the Broncos players still down with the head injury. Oh, man, he got carted off. That's an ugly sight. I mean, bad hit doesn't help that Bo Nix throws him a fucking hospital ball, though. Another 3 for Porter, and the Raptors down 14. It's getting worse rather than getting better for Toronto here. This is getting ugly. 22 for MPJ. What's up, anybody else? This is ugly, guys. This is very, very ugly. I don't know what else to say. They've been really bad tonight. It's 55-41 against Brooklyn. Can't score. Can't get a good look. It's all going wrong. Fuck Denver running on the clock. My fantasy season is unfortunately cooked. All right, let me plug in my Mac. One sec, guys. It's gonna die. I don't want to lose the tabs I've opened. This was when I first started the content journey. This was the device. I've upgraded quite significantly since then. But my current laptop has lately started to show the first signs of like aging. And if this thing goes down, I'm cooked. Like I am just absolutely positively cooked if this laptop starts to go. This is an absolute beast I've got right now. This Anaconda movie, Jack Black, Paul Rudd. What would you give the percentage chance that this is even an acceptable movie in terms of quality? What would you think? I'd probably give it like 20% chance this is like an acceptable product. So I gotta say, I 80% chance that this is an absolute stinker of a film. You know, Jack Black, I was talking about this yesterday with my fiance. He always gives his all, and he always seems to put up a good performance whenever he's in. He just seems to get cast in some awful movies. He doesn't seem to really ever put up a dud of a performance, though. He's always bringing his energy, but he just... They never write a part for him in these outrageous films. Maybe one day he can pull like a Seth Rogen and start doing like serious roles and do them really well. Maybe he's got that in him. Maybe he can't turn off Jack Black. But anyways, that movie looks like it's gonna suck. Tell you what else sucks? The Raptors offense. They come up begging again on that offensive end. They're down 55-41 to Brooklyn. I mean, we can't... I know it's the second of a back-to-back, but we can't really be blaming the schedule anymore. We had a lot of time off during the NBA Cup elimination stages. Fatigue. Every team's got to play back-to-backs. And if you're going to play a back-to-back, you probably want one against the Brooklyn Nets. Game you're supposed to win. As Shed drives in, floats it in. Raptors down by 12 now. Dioman running the floor. Cut off by Walter. Mama with a slight deflection on the pass, but Claxton regains possession. Finds Mann, who's wide open. Sets back for three. Doesn't fall. Shed recovered pretty well, but rebound batted to Dioman. MPJ in the corner. Finally a miss. Morale definitely looks like it's taking a hit in the Raptors camp, as Ingram does well to generate a look and finish. Yeah, morale and just the emotions right now don't feel great right now for Toronto. Feels like a lot of the magic from the start of that 9-game win streak is wearing away quickly. As MPJ hauls in the offensive rebound. Man, we just got to come up with that ball there. Got to come up with that ball there. That's what these hustle plays, man. You got to have that. Man, what's Twitter say? I mean, Raptors Twitter got to be on fire right now. Yeah, not great in the Raptors sphere right now. Leo Routen's apparently had some choice words for him at halftime, saying your body language has got to be there even when things aren't going well. He's settling for bad shots, which I guess in a way he is. Raptors got to hold themselves to higher standards. Scotty, this is unacceptable. It's not going too hot. The Raptors right now. Jakob And people unhappy with Jakob Poeltl again. Corner 3 for Clowney is good. You just don't really see right now. I mean, you never know. They wrapped a 30-8 run against Celtics a couple weeks ago. Revived themselves in that game. You struggle to see right now where any sort of run is going to come from, though. Like, just no momentum whatsoever. Like, again, it's not even like good shots aren't falling. They're going to start to fall at some point. We're not getting good looks. We're not building up momentum. The vibes are all off. They're getting consistent enough offense. MPJ is scoring. Like, no real fallback, mental fallback here in this game. It's just been bad. It's been bad. Do I blame more Bobby or Darko? I don't think. I'll answer. I don't think it's a question that matters too much. Like, an answer rather. The question's fine. I don't think it's an answer that matters too much. I think for Bobby, it just. I'd have to have a little bit more info as to like how much of the offseason was his doing, how much of it was kind of like the remnants of the Masai Ujiri era. Offseason-wise, not getting a center was a big deal. They struck gold on Mamu, but not getting a backup like traditional center was a big deal. Coaching-wise, like, you know, as much as like the Raptors have been horrendous for the last 2 years, one thing they have had is, you know, morale, demeanor, effort. That's kind of deserting them in this recent run of games. So, like, for Darko, if you don't have that, like, what do you have? Because there hasn't been a lot of other good stuff to report. You know, developmentally driven coach has not improved Grady Dick's game, not improved Jacoby Walters' game. Super inconsistent from the guys off the bench. Like, then you have individual players not stacking up. Like, Barnes has been bad today. You've got Quickly, who's had a really rough time as a whole this season. Some good pockets, but mostly bad. Poeltl's never healthy. Like, there's a lot of things that's gone wrong for sure. So I don't know who you can say to blame more. In the end, Bobby has the say on the coach, so usually the easiest fix is to change the coach for teams if they want to go that route. How's that not Raptors ball? How's it not a Raptors ball? How's it a Raptors ball? But, yeah, Bobby's got an issue with coaching. It's pretty easy to just move there. How is that not a Raptors ball, dude? Like, it's not even close. It's not even close of a decision. What an awful call. What does it matter? We have 45 points midway through the third. Christ almighty. Just trade for Richards. So Burns says, Raps need a real backup center to help out. Then says trade for Richards. I mean, those are like two different things. You said they need a real backup center. Then you also said trade for Nick Richards. Those two don't go together. Like, do you want a real backup center or do you want Nick Richards? Because if you have Nick Richards, you don't have a real backup center. He is very far from a real backup center. Clowney missed a free throw there. But if he makes this one, it's a 15-point game. Raptors, it has not improved. There's no improvement. It is 5.5 minutes of third quarter play. They have 6 points. 6 points amassed. Wow, that was a lane violation by everyone. Awesome, guys. He missed both free throws, but a lane violation. So he gets to take it again. When it rains, it pours, as Jack Armstrong just said. Yeah. It's a good way to describe this one right now. Clowney at the line. Made it that time. He gave another chance. 60-45. Shed to Murray Boyles. Ingram for three, trying to just find offense from anywhere. There we go. Nails the three, 12-point game. Ingram playing fine. Nothing wrong with Ingram's play. And Shed forcing a turnover on the inbound. Good stuff from Shed. Cutting off Diolman, getting a much needed extra possession for the Raptors. I keep saying Ingram's playing great, and the offense is still this bad. This is concerning. I'm not sure what Richards would solve, to be honest, the Raptors. Like, I guess it's just a big body who can rebound, but he is a truly terrible defender and doesn't really give you much on offense, if anything. So, not at all what the Raptors are looking for. MPJ to Claxton. Now Diolman for three. Off the mark. What it does, though, it gets you under the tax. So if that's just the priority, then it does that. And at least it gives you a body. But we got to be doing better than that, in my opinion. Couple chances at the rim go begging for Toronto. Here come Brooklyn again with Clowney. Back chase down block is called a foul against Scotty Barnes, who struggled tonight. Raptors, as bad as they've been, as bad as it's been, they're only down by 10. I mean, they could be getting smoked by 30 right now, to be honest. Maybe against a better team, but they're down 60-50. They have 50 points more than halfway through the third and only down by 10. It could be a whole lot worse if I'm fishing for positives right now. Shit. $62.50 after those free throws, excuse me. Layup by Ingram doesn't go. A lot of things going in the wrong direction for the Raptors. Sorry, I'm checking on NFL. Fuck. Cooked. Quickly way to play up this contract would solve a lot of problems. It would. It definitely would. At what point does it become, how much? Like the problem with Quickly's contract, how much of it is he's not playing up to that number? How much of it is Raptors should have never given him that number? Like, what side of the spectrum do we lean on? I have to say, I Quickly showed a lot of positives when we traded for him, and I think there was reason to believe he was going to develop and get better. So I think I lean it more heavily on Quickly's side of things as far as like fault is concerned. That being said, it was a large contract to give. I don't know who is going to, pay him that much around the NBA. Like how much leverage did Quickly hold in that conversation? So, part of it is on the front office, but I think the bulk of it is just Quickly needs to flat out perform better for the Raptors. Timeout Brooklyn. Raptors down 62-50. Raptors have 11 points in this quarter thus far. Again, things just not even improving for Toronto as they try to climb out of this hole they've dug themselves against Brooklyn, of all teams. All right, let's type in Raptors on the search on Twitter and see what we get. And you know what? Fuck it. Let's share the screen without vetting the stuff we're gonna see. Okay. Over the last 2 games, Raptors have the worst offense in the NBA. Over at the same time, that's the third best defense. It's a sneaky little disaster waiting to happen. 39 points first half points insane. I mean, listen, I get that we've been bad and they've been good on that end, but man, it can't be that bad. Toronto Raptors are embarrassment to the game of basketball. Okay. RJ, the most important player in the league. I mean, I wouldn't go that far. I continue to say, I don't think RJ coming back is all of a sudden just going to make all the problems go away, unfortunately. Raptors team is lifeless. It feels that way. Raptors and Nets combined for 88 first half points. The Bulls and Hawks combined for 161. That is kind of funny. I think it's true that RJ will help a ton. Plus, team was overperforming on offense with him, which I guess is a problem. Juno, who's that? My fiance. Who's that, Juno? Oh, that's me. I got 174 likes on this. I'm big on Twitter, man. Playing Pearl against the worst of the two teams on a back-to-back is such a cowardly move. Well, he's not playing in this game either, it turns out. The Yak extension might go down as the worst contract extension in Raptors history. NBA versus Raptors second unit. Oh, boy. All right, well, not a lot of confidence coming from Twitter right now. Juno goes. She's home. Who's that? Pirtle might be cooked. Back injuries are not a joke. I am developing that concern as well. Yes. Walter. Oh, well, he went up for the slam, but Claxton said no. But Walter works back and gets a steal. Good stuff. Good hustle. Quickly layup. I mean, on a 2-on-1 fast break, we just got to come up with a better shot than that, Emmanuel. That's a over back, no? Yep. What the fuck is Quickly's plan on fast breaks? How many times does he just have no idea what to do? Like, the player should be the most poised in, like, decision-making your point guard. Quickly just fucking jumps and prays on some of these fast breaks. Or just throws the ball up and prays. Like, it's such erratic decision-making in those moments when that's the guy, in theory, you want on the ball. Is there a wasted year? I wouldn't go that far. If we lose this, we're 17-13. It's by far... It's very far from a disaster of a season. It's 17-13 start of the year. Be like, hell yeah, that sounds great. Quickly for three doesn't go, but it certainly is an alarming trend of where the team is heading towards. $62.50. Raptors just cannot score here. Needs a hesitation. Might need more talent, to be honest. That's starting to become a thing I'm thinking of. Ingram trying to go to work again. The just give the ball to Ingram and pray strategy is what we're doing now. Missing for two there. $3.25. Some cream. Traore, long two, off the mark. Raptors have it with Ingram on the rebound, trying to get something going. They cannot get any offense going here. Ingram for two. Got it. Correction. The Raptors cannot get anything going unless it's Brandon Ingram. RJ will solve a lot of problems. I'm concerned that it's not going to solve all the problems. It's still going to be there's still going to be a lot of problems with this team when he comes back. I think. It'll definitely be an improvement when he returns, though. The Lions scored. The Lions going to win out of nothing. Barnes fumbling the pass and throwing out to Battle. I mean, they're trying to get something out of Jamison Battle here. They're trying to find something from somewhere. I have a friend who's a Steelers fan who is going to be very upset if the Steelers find a way to lose this one. I turned it off, so I don't know what's going on. Quickly to Barnes, free throw line jumper. That's just got to go for a professional basketball player, let alone like a guy in a max contract. Barnes has been great this season. He hasn't been great tonight. That shot flat out has got to fall for any player in this league. To be open inside the free throw line, you got to make that 10 times out of 10. And off the mark there. Raptors, again, just getting nothing out of anybody not named Brandon Ingram here. Absolutely brutal. Like, Ingram has a pretty efficient 17 points. And we only have 52. It's almost the end of the third quarter. RJ had a sprain in his knee, which hopefully he's back soon. He's been doing on-court activity. Hopefully he's... I always back Tuesday, but we'll see. But no, he did not tear his ACL. If he did, he'd be done for the year. Sharp on the free throw for Brooklyn. And he hits it. 65-52. The Raptors have done nothing to chip away into this lead here. Quickly to Shed. Now Battle. Back to Shed. To Quickly. Nowhere to go. Tough floater. Wow, tough shot. He got it. Two minutes to go in the third. Raptors have 54 points here. Wolf passes to Zaire Williams, gets to the rim, and he's rejected, and then a foul. Foul against Walter. He does not believe that was a foul. He wants to challenge again here. I mean, hey, you're right the first time. I wouldn't mind listening to him. Are the Raptors going to use it again here for Walter? It's a foul. That's a foul. So I hope they don't listen to him and challenge again. You're on thin ice, pal. Can't be wasting these challenges on Jacoby Walter, with all due respect. Oh, damn, the Lions lost. What a win for the Steelers. What a loss to the Lions. We got problems. 67-54, man. Wow. New subscriber, Akshay Justwall. Thank you for subscribing. Appreciate it. Sorry if you lost your bet, but unfortunately, your betting activities are of no concern to me. 67-47. Raptors 1:42 to go in the third. Not the first half. This is in the third quarter, folks. This 54 number is a third quarter number. Grady Dick for three from the corner. Big shot. Brings it to 10 by the third. You know, I always say, get it within 10 by the fourth. Quickly, can he get a steal? Oh, nearly got it. That would have been good. Wolf in the corner. Working on Scotty Barnes here. Backing him down, fading away for two. Tough shot doesn't fall. And a loose ball foul called against the Brooklyn Nets. Raptors hopefully can build up some momentum to end off the third and try to fix things in the fourth. Running out of time, though. Shots like that will do a lot to help us, though. Quickly to finds Barnes, working on Sharp. Off the glass. Call for the travel. Another turnover by the Raptors. Raptors over under 74.5 points. Is that actually what the total is, right? I mean, I guess it makes sense. That's pretty embarrassing. That's really embarrassing if that's the number. Wow. Man, we suck right now. How many minutes has Shed played? He's got to played a lot tonight. Trying to get something out of someone. Jamal Shed has played. He's only played 16 minutes. I guess it felt like a bit more to me as well. Scotty to the rim. We're within 8. It's far from. It is very far from over, I'd say. Martin long 3 off the mark. Raptors can even trim into it even further quickly for 3. And he drills it all of a sudden. Raptors are within 5. 8-0 run right at the end of the third. There could be no better timing for this than right now. Could be an extremely low-scoring game, but they could come away with a win in it. Don't say we're dead just yet, Martin. Turnover. Raptors will get the last shot to try and trim it even further. It was 67-54. Now 67-62. Quickly, 7 seconds. Try to work on Sharp. Step back 3. Is this his moment? Oh, Emmanuel quickly finally stepping up. It's a 2-point game, everybody. What the hell is going on here? The Raptors go on an 11-0 run in the last 2 minutes and are within 2 points now of the Brooklyn Nets. Wow. Emmanuel quickly explodes with a couple threes there. He's up to 13 points. All of a sudden looking like a much more respectable game for him. Ingram good all night. Hopefully this kind of ignites something, please, in Scotty Barnes. And maybe enough for the Raptors to find a way to win this game. Why are we always losing in the Celtics? To the Celtics, I guess. Probably a lot of the reason is they just have a way better coach. And they outcoach us. So Raptors, after they stopped turning the ball over so much and started to force a lot of turnovers, Raptors forced, I think that's 9 turnovers by Brooklyn in that quarter. Raptors now dominating the possession battle as a result, and Brooklyn have come down a little bit shooting. So Raptors still shooting the ball poorly, still 4-7. I mean, 65 points after 3 quarters is very, very bad. But thankfully they're playing Brooklyn, who are also not good. So here we are. It's only a 2-point game. Shooting 41%. It might be ugly, but I don't care how they do it. Win wherever you can find a way to win. Rather 4 free throws. I mean, not getting to the rim a ton, to be fair. Like, they also struggle to get free throws against Milwaukee. Like, it's a bit of a trend. It's not like refs aren't giving you anything. It's more like you gotta get those looks. Like when Brandon Ingram's taking a lot of shots in mid-range and he's the bulk of your offense, he's not gonna get fouled a lot there. Well, you're getting something out of quickly here. When we needed someone to step up and kind of revive the game, Emmanuel quickly did it. So at least we got that out of him here, because otherwise he's been poor. All right, well, within 2. Let's finish strong. Finish strong and we can do this. Vote Emmanuel Quickly for All-Star. Seriously, vote Scotty Barnes for All-Star. He deserves a nod this year. Win enough games to get Scotty into the All-Star game, please. Martin to Claxton. Working on Mamu. Tough shot doesn't go. Great defensive possession by Mamu, who struggled on that end tonight. Quickly. Stepping back, not shooting this time. Gets the ball back, though. He's been hot. Are they going to get a little heat check? No, what a pass. Quickly to battle. Tied up at 67. Raptors 13-0 run. What an assist by Emmanuel Quickly there, who's finally come alive in this game. How are we tied, man? This is crazy. Dioman, that's up and down? No? Claxton. Mamu the defender again. Tough shot doesn't go. Mamu tips the rebound Quickly. Here we go again. Quickly lead pass. What an assist. And the Raptors lead. Where on earth has this come from? Emmanuel Quickly pulling the Raptors out of their own grave in this game with back-to-back threes to end the third and a couple lovely assists to start the fourth. Toronto up 69-67. Remember, like, 5 minutes ago we were joking over under 74.5 points. What has happened here? Never say die, ladies and gentlemen. Never say die. I kept saying, either they lose this, which they haven't yet. Here they are. I fear when the Nets starters come back in because they've cooked us all night, but momentum hopefully on our side to finish off this game, and hopefully enough talent to get us over the line in it. We're a weird group, huh? We're a weird group. But here we are. Nets actually throwing the game now for lottery picks to show the Raptors their lottery call of it. The Nets want the high pick. I mean, I think the Nets are just bad and we're just on a good run. I don't think the Nets decided in the last 2 minutes of the third. All right. Let's make sure we don't win this one. Yeah, the team that beat Milwaukee by 45 the other day, they're trying to lose games. Timeout right now. Brooklyn trying to figure out what the hell is going on. It is a sensational 15-0 run by the Raptors, largely orchestrated by Emmanuel Quickly, of all people, based on how he's played this season. Quickly's up to 13 points and 9 assists, all of a sudden looking like a very respectable game for the Raptors' $32.5 million point guard. Well, days like today, it doesn't matter how you win. It's just that you do. And the Raptors are certainly in a position to be able to do that here today. Let's finish the job. Finish strong. I said, I don't know where the comeback's going to come from, but they seemingly are able to find a way all the time. And I guess the way here has been Quickly gets hot and Brooklyn can't make shit. So here we go. We only like on the stream. I mean, I've liked it, so I think we're at more than one like. I'm not trying to toot my own horn here. We are at 28 likes. So as much as we're more than one, as reported incorrectly by Smart and Sharma. If you are enjoying the stream, as Brooklyn missed again, please hit the like button. Support the channel. Help drive us up the YouTube out. Quickly for 3 again. Wow, that's unlucky. That just rims out. Unlucky. Spills around and doesn't fall. And we've lost the feed. We have completely lost the feed. I'm now seeing the Emmanuel Quickly 3 again, which doesn't fall. We're now on the U.S. broadcast of this. And so we're listening to Brooklyn Nets commentators. Mute. Okay, so I'll update the scoreboard here because we have moved off the time I was at a little bit. That anyone watching on TSM may have had to happen. Quickly again to the rim finishing. Emmanuel Quickly, where has this come from, son? All right, scoreboard's back in sync. Raptors up 71-69. This is a real battle for this game now. Dioman 3. Oof, big shot. Brooklyn finally getting some offense again. They take the lead again, 72-71. Quickly with it. He's at the hot hand. Whatever he's doing. Finds Mamu. Back to Quickly. Running the offense through him. Finds under the rim to Murray Boyles, who then dumps it off to Battle in the dunker spot. Good finish. How hard has it been to watch? It's been rough, I must say. It's been a real rough night. 73-72 Raptors. Clowney nearly loses it. Goes in the corner perfectly to Mann, who drills the 3. Unlucky from the Raptors defense. Looks like they call it a 2. Do they call it a 2? What is it? 71? Whatever it is. 74-73 now. Battle. Corner 3 to respond. In and out again. Murray Boyles can't haul on the offensive rebound. Dioman off the other way. MPJ on it. Foul called. So the Canadian feed just completely cut here. But thankfully we've got the backup going from the U.S. Claxton to Mann. Finds MPJ down low. Trying to maneuver an opportunity. Cannot do it and called for the travel. Raptors get another stop. Quickly driving. Tough shot. Doesn't fall. Battle can't tip it in. Another chance for the Raptors. Goes back in there. I mean, the Raptors would have been down by 30 for me to give up in this game. As Cloudy finished again, Brooklyn by 3. Raptors would have been down by like 30 for me to give up here because, like, I mean, it's Brooklyn. I feel like you go on a run, all of a sudden you're in the game, and that's kind of what happened here. Thank you for joining us, Grogan. Barnes here, finding Mamu, kicking out to Battle. Good look for 3. Doesn't go. He's at a couple looks. He hasn't finished. Quickly for 3. In and out again. Unlucky for Quickly this time. Yeah, Battle's got to. You have Battle in to knock down his 3s. They're not falling down. You gotta move on. Dioman with it. Raptors trying to force another stop. Dioman, tough bucket. Knocking down the long-range 3. 79-73. Timeout called. As Brooklyn take the 6-point lead. Just started to come back into it. I mean, I was worried when the net starters came back in, who have cooked us all night. And they're back in, and they are continuing to cook us. Like, look at this. Michael Porter Jr. plus 19. Noah Clowney plus 22. Terrence Mann plus 25. Igor Dioman plus 21. It's really been the bench that we've been cooking here. Yeah, their bench is all in the negative. That's where there's been an issue, it would seem, for the Raptors. New sub here in Reggie Watts. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Welcome to the Amateur Hour Army. I gotta take a quick piss. I'll be back. Fourth quarter, definitely winnable for the Raptors. right, finish strong. Let's do this. Glad you're approved, Grogan. That's great news. Sorry about the injury, but that's great news. But good to see you here. All right, now I gotta say, we're getting some good looks and they aren't falling. Raptors are starting to come alive a little bit. And then the Raptors turn it over on the inbound after timeout. Love that. Love that we've done that again today. I am way behind. Where it says I am here. Outside for Clowney for 3. And the Nets have opened the lead back up to 9. Raptors have had no answers for the starting unit for Brooklyn. Raptors starters. Tough go of things here today, other than Ingram and Quickly as of late. Really, really poor performance from Barnes. This has got to be one of his worst of the season, unfortunately. But we can all be forgiven, or a lot of it at least, if the Raptors can find some momentum in the clutch. They briefly took the lead, but now find themselves down once again, 82-73. So a lot of that hard work has come undone here. I mean, if you're just tuning in, probably could be worse. Raptors offense been abysmal tonight. Got hot for about 3 minutes to make it look a little bit better, but Raptors have been horrible tonight. Good news is they'll probably outscore their first half in the second half in the next couple minutes. Don't want to say that for sure with the way things have gone, but the Raptors 39 first half points. They would need to eclipse the 78-point mark in order to equal that of the first half, which at 75 with 6:53 to go, I find to be quite likely. You never know. Clowney 3 off the mark, rebound by Walter. Good stuff there. Here comes the Raptors the other way. Walter with Ingram, Shed, Dick, and Barnes looking for some threes to drop with some of the guys in this lineup. That's how they got back in the game. Quickly knocked down some big ones. Grady Dick got a great look for 3. Got to have that. Doesn't go again. The Raptors are getting their shooters good look. Battle missed a couple. Grady Dick's missed one there. And now, again, it's just become the make or miss moments where you got to be able to make some of these. Raptors briefly, I'm sure, became favorites in this game. Now, well and truly underdogs as Brooklyn regained the 9-point lead with 6:06 to go in Brooklyn. Pass down low to Barnes. Outside Grady. Up top Ingram. Now Shed. Great look for 3. Got to have one of these. And another miss for the Raptors. It's not much you can do there if you just keep missing. Keep missing your open threes. Like, there's not much the team can do. Like, not much you're going to be able to do, rather. Yeah, a lot you can do. You start making your fucking shots. But if you're just missing flat out on all these great looks, yeah, you can't get back in the game. What's been going wrong? Barnes, disaster game. Not really trying, not putting in any effort. Brooklyn defense causing problems, limiting the amount of looks they're getting. Raptors can't get to the rim. Setting for a lot of tough shots. Barnes really settling tonight. Brooklyn offense, with their starters, Brooklyn's offense been clicking. MPJ is playing well. Just not enough answers to a lot of problems Brooklyn are posing us. And if it's Brooklyn that are giving you too many problems, you got to feel worried about things to come with this tough schedule on the horizon. Good block there from Barnes. At least some effort shown there, blocking that corner 3. MPJ mid-range doesn't go. Rebound Claxton. Sorry, that was Clowney. Claxton has it now. Back to Clowney. Up fake, brings it inside. Brooklyn by 9, looking to get this one out to double digits again. They've led by as many as 13 here. That was late in the third. Claxton puts it in. It's an 11-point game. Brooklyn led 67-54 for the Raptors, went on an insane 15-0 run to take the lead. And since then, it's been pretty much all Brooklyn. Quickly, step back three. Way off the mark, and Quickly has very quickly cooled off from that hot run to end the third. Porter lobbing it up to Claxton. It's a 13-point game. It's got to be a timeout from the Raptors, and this one is one we might have to put to bed now. Sheesh. Yeah, sheesh is right. I think it's over now. Less than 5 to go. Stars have had no success all night against their starters. Don't see how that all of a sudden changes here. Not going to be a good look to lose this one, guys. These are the games you got to get when the schedule's really rough. But here we are. 88-75. It'd be great to have a center, but no. This is a sad game. You know, when people are putting in effort to make time to watch these games, you want a better performance than this. You want a little bit more to cheer about. A 16-2 Brooklyn run in the fourth. That's majorly upsetting. But it's where we're at. Barnes inbounds to Emmanuel Quickly. Quickly driving in the paint, trying to manufacture something. Draws a foul at least. He's going to head to the line. Any good synergy leads bringing in just 10-day? No. I mean, probably not. If they're in the G League, it's probably for a reason. If they were like NBA caliber, they'd probably be in the NBA. Usually how it works. There's no solution coming from the G League. I'll probably make a bet on that. Quickly free throw. First one is good. Need any points we can get right now. Second free throw for Quickly coming up here is good as well. So lead is down to 11 with 4:27 to go. Wolf on the ball. Finds Claxton. Coming off a screen. Dishing out to MPJ. Finds Wolf. In the corner, Dioman for three. Raptors need to stop and do not get it. Another three falls for Brooklyn. Dioman gets the lead out to 14, which I believe is the largest lead of the game for Brooklyn. Ingram three off the mark. Abaji tries to save it unsuccessfully. It's out of bounds for a Brooklyn ball. 3:50 to go. And the Raptors need a miracle now. As if they already didn't. Against Brooklyn. Man, just definitely like a losable game. They're only 3.5-point favorites, but the manner in which it's happening, another easy bucket there for Brooklyn. At this point, like, why even call it timeout? Like, what is it going to change? If anything, you've run shit plays out of timeouts all night. What is going to help you here? 93-77 for Brooklyn now. Quickly, floater off the mark. Really just a flash in the pan moment for Quickly. Those 2 threes in what has been a not so great night in the end, after all. 3 minutes ago, counting it down. I didn't realize we got the TSN feedback, so I will change the scoreboard in a moment. Looks like a foul by Claxton. Should be Raptors ball. Get the sound back on. Raptors probably won't crack 90 in this one. What did they say the run was? They said the Raptors were up 73-72. So it's a 20-4 run. 20-4 run for Brooklyn. 20-4 run for Brooklyn, eh? Oh, man, I don't know what to tell you. Net starters fucking blew us out all night. Made a little run on with their bench, but their starters absolutely destroyed us tonight. Traore to Diomand. Back to Traore for 3. Doesn't fall. Rebound Claxton. Versus Clowney. Sorry, the hair's throwing me off. Clowney. 2 minutes to go. He dribbles it off his foot. Out of bounds for Raptors ball. I mean, get Garrett Temple in, to be honest. Timeout Darko. It's garbage time. I'm not doing this. It's Garrett Temple time, surely. All right. Yeah, that's an unserious game. NFL primetime's about to start. I kind of want to watch that rather than think about this shit anymore. Quickly, 5 of 16. That's bad. He has to be better. Again, he has to be better. 17 points is a good step, but 5 of 16 is not good enough. Scotty Barnes, 6 points, 6 rebounds, 1 assist. That's probably his worst game of the season, and it looked every bit like his worst game of the season. He did not give a fuck out there tonight. Ingram, 19 points, 7 of 18. A lot of it was just isolation. He had to do what he could. I thought he was okay, but not a lot of help. Pirtle back again. His back again. Give out after 7 minutes. Abaji chipped in as much as he could, but not really good enough to be starting in the NBA. Bench not giving you enough tonight. Mamu minus 23. Really, an awful game made somewhat even a slight bit watchable from an Emmanuel Quickly run to end the third to start the fourth. But yeah, you shoot 37% in the NBA, you're gonna lose. The Raptors aren't gonna touch 90 tonight. They actually may not touch 80 points tonight in what will be potentially the most embarrassing loss of the season to date. That'll do it, guys. I don't want to think about this game anymore. Thanks for hanging out with me tonight. Upcoming stream schedule, just so you're aware. I'm going to be live Monday for the Raptors Happy Hour. We'll talk about this game and everything going on with the Raptors. I'll be live Tuesday for the Raptors game against the Miami Heat. I'm off on Wednesday for the Happy Hour because it's Christmas Eve. I'll be off on Friday for this game against the Wizards because it is Boxing Day and I have a Christmas dinner to go to for parts of the family. I'll be back Sunday for the game against the Golden State Warriors at 3:30. I'll be back for that one in the afternoon. I'll be live for the Monday game against Orlando, but I'll be off for the New Year's Eve game against Denver. That is the upcoming schedule. So it's going to be a little bit more sporadic. Best way to keep up to date is by subscribing to the channel. Subscribe to the channel if you are new so you don't miss out on any of the content. You hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of the content as well. Drop a like on your way out, please, because you may not have enjoyed the game, but you might have enjoyed the content. But that'll do it for me. Thank you again, everybody. I hope you have a great rest of your night. Try to forget. I'm just trying to forget about this and enjoy my Sunday. I don't want to let this ruin my weekend. I think you should do the same. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate your support despite the loss. I'll be back